Welcome back. So today we will be discussing about the counting semaphore. So in the last video I have already covered the binary semaphore, right? So in today's class we will be discussing about the counting semaphore. So counting semaphore takes the value from minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay. So binary semaphore takes the value of only the binary value 0 and 1. Okay, so in counting semaphore it takes the value from minus infinity to plus infinity, right? So let us start the concept of counting semaphore. So what is a semaphore? Semaphore is an integer variable which works with two atomic operations, that is wait and signal, or you can say it as down and up, or you can say it as a P and V, or you can say it as a test and increment. Okay, the meanings are same. Okay, it is synonymous, right? So let us start the concept of counting semaphore. So I have taken the same example of your binary semaphore. So I have written one C code over here, right? So in this particular C code, so this I have declared the variable int a, b, c. This is a global variable, and your two functions are there, main and sub. Okay, so here local variable has been declared, right? Here you can see I have divided into process P1, P2, P3, so you can have multiple processes in your particular program. Okay, so this particular code, that is the global variable, this particular you can call it as a critical section, right? So this particular code you can call it as a critical section. So what is a critical section? Critical section is a segment of code, right? And that segment of code can be accessed by multiple processes in a synchronized manner. So to make the multiple processes to access this critical section, we are using the semaphore. Why? Because the semaphore solves the critical section problem. Okay, so we have seen the binary semaphore, how it has solved the critical section problem. Now we are going to learn about the counting semaphore and try to understand how it solves the critical section problem, right? So you can see the process P1 and P2, okay, this one, and I have written the code here, for wait operation and for signal operation, right? So now P1, P2 and for example process P3, right? So process P1, P2 and P3 wants to access the critical section. So in counting semaphore it is possible. So many processes can enter into the critical section. Here the concept is that the critical section, see, so I have declared the global variable A, B and C, right? So these are, you call it as instances. Okay, these variables A, B, C, you can call it as instances, right? So the what is the concept over here? This critical section can be accessed by multiple processes. Okay, in counting semaphore, that means the processes can enter into the critical section, right? So this is our critical section, right? So process P1, P2, P3, P4 wants to access the critical section, that means this global variable, they can enter into the critical section. So here the concept is that instances. So A is an instance, B is an instance, C is an instance, okay, of a particular program. So right now P wants to access only this particular instance A, and P2 wants to access this particular instance B, and P3 wants to access this particular instance C. Then better to take these three processes into the critical section and make them get accessed instead of waiting. So let the three processes enter into the critical section. That is the concept of counting semaphore. And enter into the critical section and access their individual instances which they require, right? So this is the concept. So right now, each and every process that wants to enter into the critical section means they need to execute this particular code to get the permission, right? As it was in the case of binary semaphore, right? So each and every process needs to access this particular code, right? So P1 wants to enter the critical section. Right now P1 wants to enter into the critical section, so it needs to execute this particular code. Entry section, enter into the critical section, right? So then exit section, then remainder section, right? So P1 wants to access means first of all it will go and execute the entry section. So what the entry section code over here? This is the code for entry section, right? So process P1 will execute the wait operation, right? So here the semaphore value has to be initialized, okay? So for example, the semaphore value has been initialized to 3. So this is our semaphore value, right? Now P1 enters, tries to acquire the critical section. It will execute the entry section, that means execute this code, right? So what is the semaphore value? Semaphore value is 3. So it will decrement the semaphore value to 2, right? So that means the semaphore value is 3. That means P1 decrements the semaphore value to 2, right? So it is executing the entry section to enter into the critical section. Understanding or not? So it is decrementing the semaphore value to 2. First it was initialized to 3. So after executing this statement, the semaphore value becomes 2. So here this condition, if condition will be checked. If s less than equal to 0, condition satisfies. 2 is less than equal to 0, the condition does not satisfy. So it will not go for executing this one, and P1 enters into the critical section, right? P1 enters into the critical section. So entry section it has executed, P1, then it will enter into the critical section, this one, right? Understood? So right now P2 also wants to enter into the critical section, right? So P2 also needs to execute the entry section, right? So P2 will be executing this particular code. So whether P2 is allowed to enter into the critical section, so what is the semaphore value? 2, right? So when P2 wants to enter into the critical section, it will execute this statement. So the semaphore value becomes 1, okay? The semaphore value becomes 1, right? So now P2 also gets entry into the critical section, right? So right now P3 also wants to enter into the critical section. So whether P3 is allowed, so it will execute this particular code, entry section. So okay, so what is the semaphore value? Semaphore value is 1, so it will decrement the semaphore value to 0, right? So from 1 to semaphore value will be decremented to 0, and so it will be checked over here, right? Okay, so it will be checked semaphore value less than 0, okay? So this condition is not satisfied, so it comes out from the this particular loop, and P3 gets the access of the critical section, right? So right now P1, P2 and P3 has entered into the critical section. That means they are allowed to access this global variable, okay? Right now P4, if any other process, for example P4 wants to enter into the critical section, then whether P4 is allowed to enter into the critical section? So what is the semaphore value right now? Semaphore value is 0. So P4 wants to enter into the critical section, so it will decrement the semaphore value from 0 to -1, right? So it will decrement to 0 to -1 semaphore value, right? So if S is less than 0, so this condition will be checked. So -1 is less than 0, yes, the condition satisfies, right? So if condition satisfied, so add this process to suspended list, block it, right? So that means P4 is not allowed to enter into the critical section. So that means your block list, right? That means suspended list, your P4 will be waiting to acquire the critical section. It is blocked, it cannot enter into the critical section. For example, P5 also wants to enter into the critical section, right? P5 also wants to enter into the critical section. So is P5 allowed to enter into the critical section? So it will execute this particular code, entry section, execute this one. So what is the semaphore value? -1. So it will decrement the semaphore value to -2, and this condition will be checked. If S is less than 0, S, -2 is less than 0, then add this process to suspended list. Okay, so P5 is also not allowed to enter into the critical section. Okay, so this is the way how the processes are synchronized way it is entering into the critical section by using the counting semaphore. Right now, so how many processes are already there in the block list? P4 and P5. What processes are already entered into the critical section and they are accessing the global variable? P1, P2 and P3. Right now, this is the situation. Right now, P1 has completed its accessing of the critical section, accessing of the global variable. So right now P1 wants to come out from the critical section. So what it needs to do? It needs to execute the exit section, right? Critical section completed. Now execute the exit section. So what is the code for exit section? This one, signal. So P1 will execute the signal operation, right? So what the signal operation says that increment S equal to S plus 1. So what is our semaphore value? It was -2, right? So it will increment the semaphore value to -1, right? So right now P1 has come out, so it exits out. Okay, P1 exits out, right? Now if S -1 is less than equal to 0, so our condition satisfies. Remove a process from the suspended list. Okay, so right now the suspended list processes, one of the suspended list processes will be wake up, that means come out and be in the ready queue to enter into the critical section, right? So out of P4 and P5, which one will be waked up? It follows the FIFO rule. Okay, first in first out rule, right? So P4 has entered first in the block list, so P4 will be coming out and will be in the ready state to enter into the critical section, right? So when P4 comes out, then again if it wants to access the critical section, it has to follow the same rule. That means it has to execute the entry section and check whether it can enter into the entry section or not. Okay, so up to here you understood. P1 came out, one process P4 has been waked up. Okay, so right now P4 has waked up, so in the block list our P5 is only there, right? So right now again P4, which is in ready state, it wants to enter into the critical section. So will the P4 will be allowed to enter into the critical section? So let us do that. So P4 will be executing this particular code. So entry section, it will execute the entry section. So what is our semaphore value? Semaphore value has been set to -1, right? So semaphore value is the -1, right? So semaphore value is -1 means P4 can enter. So this one will be executed, right? So S equal to S minus 1. So semaphore value will be decremented to -2, right? So right now it will be checked this condition. So S is less than 0, yeah, -2 is less than 0, add this to the suspended list. Again P4 can come to the suspended list, right? So P4 will be in the suspended list. See, so your minus values, your -2, if semaphore value is -2 or -1, by that you can understand that a particular process, -2 means 2 processes are there in the suspended list, -1 means 1 process is there, -3 means 3 processes are there in your suspended list. Okay, by that also you can understand. Okay, so our semaphore value is -2, right? At present P2 wants to come out from the critical section, right? So P2, for coming out from the critical section, so it needs to execute the exit section. So when it will execute the exit section, so it will increment the semaphore value by 1, right? So that means our semaphore value is -2. So it will be incremented to by 1, it becomes -1, right? So our semaphore value becomes -1, right? So this condition will be checked if S is less than equal to 0, yeah, -1 is less than equal to 0, remove a process from the suspended list. So right now which processes will be removed from the suspended list? P5, because P4 has entered recently. Okay, so P5 will be removed from the suspended list. So in the same situation, right now P3 wants to completed its critical section, it wants to exit out. So it will go for executing the exit section right now. Okay, so when it will execute the exit section, it will increment the semaphore value by 1. So that means from -1 it becomes 0, semaphore value becomes 0. Okay, so right now P3 comes out, it exits out, right? So semaphore value is 0, so it will check the condition, semaphore value less than equal to 0, S is the condition satisfied, right? So remove a process from the suspended list. Right now P4 also gets removed from the suspended list, right? So right now no processes are there in the critical section. Right now who are competing for the critical section? P5 and P4, right? P5 and P4. So P1, P2, P3 has exited out. So right now if P5 wants to enter into the critical section, then again it needs to execute the same way, right? Execute the enter section and exit section. By this way your counting semaphore actually works, right? So I hope you understood the counting semaphore in a very clear manner. तो अभी तक आप लोगों ने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है मेरे चैनल को, तो आप लोग नीचे जाके सब्सक्राइब बटन दबा दीजिए और सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए, ताकि आपको रिलेटेड वीडियोस जब मैं अपलोड करूँगा तो आपको तुरंत ही मिल जाएगी. ओके, सो फॉर द टाइम बीइंग, थैंक यू.